So hi, welcome to the Good Noise Podcast. We're here with Napoleon. We're going to ask him some questions today. I'm going to start. What inspired you guys to start the band, and what's the band name mean?
Ooh,
That's all you.
what? That's more of a me question. Michael joined recently. He joined beginning 2020. So he just kind of recently joined. So we kind of started like beginning of 2018. I had known Jonathan, our lead singer, from high school, like in grade 9. So he just messaged me. He said, "I have a band. We just need a drummer. Are you interested?" I said, "Sure, I'll try it out." And so here we are. They had already chosen the name Napoleon before I had joined.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really like the name. I didn't really like it, but they were like, it was the only thing we could all decide on. So I gave up. So I gave in.
All right.
So that's the name, and it was based off of there's a band called At the Drive-In,
Mm-hmm.
and our old bassist Uri and Jonathan, they went to their show and they actually met there, and one of their songs is called Napoleon Solo, and so they did the connection like that. So that's what it was named after.
Wait, so Michael, how did you join the band?
Yeah, these guys kind of needed a bassist and just hit me up out of the blue one day.
Yeah. It was like we had a tour coming up, and we had just parted ways with our other bassist, and we literally had like a week and a half until the tour, and we had like the first show of the tour was like the biggest show in Toronto at Lee's Palace, and it was our longest set also. So how many songs did you have to learn, Michael?
It was 12 songs in 4 days.
You had to learn 12 songs in like a week or something, yeah. And so for this entire tour, yeah, so then we went like it went all the way out to Quebec, Montreal.
Yeah, it was Toronto and then Ottawa, and then I left you guys for Montreal because I had a show with my other band at the time, and then and then it was like the end of the tour, like the
Kingston, Guelph, Waterloo, stuff like that, yeah. So yeah, Michael had miraculously learned all of the songs and was able to play with us great, and yeah, and so we were like, "Hey, you're pretty good. You want to stay with the band?" Here we are.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, can you tell me a little bit about your writing process?
Ooh.
Yeah.
You want to go for it?
Yeah, it's pretty simplistic. John basically like does like the structuring and everything like that. So like he'll come like with like a rough idea of like a few verses and a chorus and stuff like that, and like an intro, or he'll come out with something like pretty flushed out because he is a drummer as well, right, Aton? Like he did.
Jonathan is a drummer, so he's very good at, like, he knows how to write drum parts also. So because he writes the guitar parts, a lot of times like he already knows the structure in his head, how the song should be every beat. So because he wrote it, obviously. So sometimes like I'll just take his suggestion for the drums, and it's just like, and it's usually a lot of times it's even better than what I can come up with. So I'll usually just take what he takes, and I'll add my own things, whatever, switch it up. Because like usually he brings it in very rough, and we all have like a very rough idea of it. We all pretty much learn it beforehand, and then we come in and we basically put it together, and then tweak things. If something's not good, we'll take it out. If something is good, we'll put it in.
Yeah, like for myself on bass, like John will generally, unless he has like something super specific for like a bass line that he really wanted or was like really thinking of, he generally just comes in with just like basic structure, root notes and everything, and then I just get to go play around from there and do my own thing from that point.
Yeah. He gives us a decent amount of freedom to leave our own flavor.
That's good.
Yes.
So how do you feel about the reception to your EP, Apostasy?
Apostasy, yeah.
You almost had it.
We had recorded that it was like March to April of 2019, so like last year, like COVID last year. Around that time, and then so we had basically recorded it then, and then It was actually a very long EP, longer than we thought. It was like 25 minutes for, I think, 5 songs, or 5 or 6 songs. I think it was 6 songs. But yeah, either way, it's pretty long. Some albums nowadays are 25 minutes. So,
so then how do you
I thought we put a lot
of
of like thought into the songs. I like the songs a lot. I think they're very well constructed. And a lot of our like songs that we're gonna continue to play like going forward are gonna be off that EP. Like we're not gonna be like we're gonna be writing new stuff, but the stuff that we do bring is probably gonna be stuff off that EP going forward.
So then, how do you feel about the reception to it?
Oh, well, we did have an EP release show when it first came out at the Rock Pow. That's in Etobicoke. And that was our first ever headline show. It was actually pretty good. A decent crowd. People were very into it, afterwards. A lot of people like the songs. Like we get good reception off the songs. And yeah, because of that, we re-recorded some of them, and might be coming out soon.
Ooh.
Yes.
All right. So you recently just released a new song, Amends. Is that song leading up to an EP or an album, or is it just a standalone single?
Well, when we had first reached out with Scott Middleton, we had first wanted just to record 2 songs with him. And then we had recorded, we recorded Amends, and then we recorded another single also. So basically those 2 songs are going to be singles. That other song is going to be coming out in the next couple months. It's we had recently just heard a very close, almost completed version of it, and it's sounding very good. Maybe a surprise guest in there also. But yeah, so basically we had just recorded those 2 songs as singles, and now we are actually in the process of writing an album. So right now, we're about halfway done writing the songs, and then we're gonna put it together, obviously, and then obviously Scott is gonna help us with it, with structure, everything in pre-production, and we're gonna make the songs as good as they can be. And
like our rough schedule right now is what, like we're hoping for pre-pro, like what, like end of July, August, I think right now.
Pre-pro, September-ish maybe. So we're in the writing process of the album.
Okay, that's exciting.
Exciting, yeah.
Yes.
So then, what was your headspace while you were writing those 2 singles, the one that just released and the one that hasn't dropped yet?
Wow. Amends, we'd actually written them like very last minute because we had like very little time from when we had found out that Scott wanted to record with us. We only had like a month or 2 and we didn't have any like new songs. So basically we had to like write songs that we thought were good enough. And so Jonathan basically just came in and he's like, these are my best 2 songs. And Nick helped. Nick has a co-writing credit on Enemy, or the new one that's coming out. It's called Enemy. They kind of split that one. Nick wrote like the intro and all that, so he did some guitar stuff there. But yeah, it was kind of rushed, and the structure was kind of iffy. But then in pre-production, we changed up the structure a lot, especially in Amends. Amends, we changed up quite a bit, especially the bridge part. It was not like that at all before. It was a lot different, especially the drums. So that was a pre-production thing. So that was good. And we did that. We didn't do it as much with Enemy. Enemy we thought was already pretty good. We did some small changes, mainly to the bridge, but Amends was more the bigger change.
So when you're not making music, what bands or artists do you listen to?
Go ahead, Michael.
I listen to kind of like everything. I have a very like eclectic taste. Like I'll go from things like funk, like Corey Wong, Prince, Wolfpack, to like Silverstein, like
Taste.
August Burns Red,
Taste.
into more like pop punk, like Fall Out Boy, get into some Green Day,
Ooh.
and then go like back to your like classic rock roots, like Rush, Eagles, Beatles, like just kind of everywhere. It's whatever floats my mood that day. It's been a lot of Polyphia recently, to be honest. I think
That's all I hear
Akon,
from him.
yeah, it's a
He
lot
just
of
pulls up to
Polyphia.
practice, windows down, blasting Polyphia for the past like 4 months.
Oh my god.
Well, not 2 months. Like we didn't see him for 2 months, but like since February.
Yeah.
I like my number one is Green Day.
Solid.
And then I would have to say Red Hot Chili Peppers number 2.
Ooh.
I like the Police a lot, Rush, System of a Down, Slipknot,
Taste.
Billy Talent.
Ooh,
I'm trying to think who else is in there. Queens of the Stone Age, very much like them as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sum 41, I love them.
Ooh.
Pup,
Yeah.
love them a lot as well.
Taste.
We cover them often, so it's fun to like play their songs and learn the structure of the songs, and then be able to hear it. You kind of like the song almost, so
Yeah.
it's fun to do that. So those are some of the bands I like.
You guys have good taste. Sorry.
Yeah,
Just
I
wanted to
agree,
put that out there. Yeah.
Yeah, killer bands.
Yeah. So when you guys are writing music, what artists or bands are your biggest inspirations?
Definitely a lot of Queens of the Stone Age and Billy Talent bleeds through our music. I think you can tell that a lot in Amends. Amends is like kind of has that fuzzy guitar, Queens of the Stone Age vibe. Kind of in the verses, you got kind of like the Josh Homme vocal style. So it's kind of similar to that, and the guitar riffs you'll hear in some of our other songs, very Billy Talent-esque. I kind of think it's kind of a little bit of Slipknot-y, but it's not that heavy.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Also kind of Silverstein, I'd have to say. It's kind of very similar also.
Yeah.
Because, like,
I
yeah.
can see that one.
Because just the guitars and the drums are just so big.
Mhm.
And also just the singing too, right?
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah.
Now some time for a little imagination. So if you could collaborate with any band or artist, like ever, living or dead, which one would you collaborate with, and what do you think you would name the song?
Okay, Michael, go ahead.
all right. Well, already like collaborator, 110% to be Prince. Like
Ooh, yeah.
that's just hands down. What I would call the song though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like to be like something like Prince worthy. That's really especially
Wait, the
with
second
how,
half of the question was what would we call the song?
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, that's a tough.
especially knowing how like picky he would be. Like he'd be really like hung up on like it would have to be like the perfect title for the song.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm gonna have to marinate on that for a little bit. So maybe
Alright.
Akon has something.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of like pick a band, like
Okay.
a wide array of musicians. So on the bass, and I don't know if he's gonna sing, but he's gonna be on the bass. It's gonna be Sting.
All right.
On, I don't know if I'm gonna do a drummer because that's the only thing that I can actually play. Because I need to be on this for it to be a collab, right?
Yeah.
And I'm
So
definitely
you'd
not
be the
good enough
drummer.
to. I'm definitely not good enough to play anything else. So I would be the drums. Guitar, definitely Ian DeSaw, man. That guy can shred. He is so good on the guitar. Yeah, probably those two. I know it doesn't like fit at all, but the three of us, we can make something work.
Mm-hmm.
Prince, Ian DeSaw, and me. Let's do it.
He sings.
You'll have to see it.
Not Prince. I said Sting.
Yeah.
Michael said
Oh, yeah,
Prince.
I was like, wait. So yeah.
So where do you guys see the project in the next 5 years?
For the next 5 years.
Hopefully on tour somewhere.
On tour somewhere, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
I hope to be on tour in the next 5 years.
In the next 5 years, hopefully doing a return to Europe tour.
And return to Europe, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would hope to be to Europe once in the next 5 years.
All right.
That would be pretty cool.
Something
that's a
to shoot for.
solid
Maybe,
goal.
maybe we'd be lucky. We'd just like kill it with all the Germans, like Billy Talon did.
Yes. Yeah, Billy Talent. I don't know. I don't know. They're very popular in Germany.
Mhm.
The Germany in general, they're known for their crazy festivals, right? Like they go crazy for everyone.
Well, what's a lot of Europe really is actually
like the
so into
rock.
a lot of like the harder, heavier genres.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. That's
Like
that's
the amount of
100%.
love for like metal, like progressive metal, deathcore, and stuff like that over in Europe is.
It's hilarious. In Ireland too, I heard. Like they go
Wow.
crazy for it.
Man,
I've heard
over
crazy
there.
stories like about people over there.
Solid.
You'll have to see it.
Yeah. So hopefully you guys can go back to Europe. That'd be sick. Yeah.
Well, we got to go
Or
there
go
first.
to Europe.
Yeah,
and
go
then
to
have
Europe.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah,
to
and then
Europe
go
so that
back.
we can go back to Europe.
Exactly. And then you can just
Yeah.
name the tour that. Back to Europe. So good. So for the last couple questions, we're actually going to steer away from music and go to more fun questions. So if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
Ooh, with a drink.
Yes.
All right, it's quite easy for me. My number
Mhm.
one food is steak, so it would definitely
Ooh.
be a nice, big, medium rare steak
Mhm.
with mashed potatoes on the side, and probably some like steamed carrots, and
Ooh.
then maybe some broccoli. But it's my last meal, so I can skip the veggies.
All right.
And then for a drink, my favorite drink of all time, probably like classic ice cap.
Alright.
I know it doesn't really go with the steak, but
Yeah.
it's my
your
last meal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, live it up.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty much in the same boat as Aton. Nice medium rare steak,
Oh yeah.
mashed potatoes. Although I'd take steamed asparagus over the carrots.
Too greedy for
And
me.
I would go classic, and I would pair something with the steak. So I'd go with like a nice like Cabernet or like
Wine.
some very nice red wine.
Mhm.
Okay.
Michael's a wine drinker.
Valid.
I like
What?
my coffee
Also valid.
at 9:30 at night.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I get that.
Oh yeah.
Me too.
So if you could live in one fictional world for a week, where would you live?
One fictional world?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, that's the easiest thing. I would live in Middle Earth.
Oh,
Lord of the
solid.
Rings. Yeah, no doubt. That's my like number one favorite everything.
Mhm.
I love Harry Potter, I love Star Wars, but Lord of the Rings has to be number one.
Yeah, solid.
Dude, I'm
Just
such
the
I'm such a
diversion of
nerd.
characters.
I would totally live in like the Pokemon world. I would 110%.
Oh, Pokemon World?
Also valid.
Yeah.
Would you be
That's
a
a good
Pokemon or a trainer?
Oh,
That's a good
110%,
question.
dude. I'd be like the best gym leader.
Yeah.
Alright.
I love it.
Run everything with my Espeon all day long.
Solid.
Yeah.
All right. Good answers. I have the honor of asking the last question. Everybody we've spoken to have said it's the most important question, so be ready, all right?
All right, here we
What
go.
is your favorite color?
That was aggressive. What the hell?
Blue?
Sorry.
Blue. Look, my drums are blue.
Ooh.
My drums are blue.
Oh, that's
Blue
beautiful.
drums.
Yes, and the symbols are also blue. My practice symbols. I don't know
Oh
if
my
you
That's
can
so
God.
see
cool.
You
Yeah,
love to see
so
it.
definitely blue is my favorite color, and the Blue Jays. So,
That's purple for myself.
Alright.
ooh, that's a very good color. That's
Yes.
a Prince color.
They're
Hell
both
yeah.
very complementary to each other, so that's good.
Yeah. I
Um,
also have a blue PlayStation controller. So,
Oh, so
that's
blue.
sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue all around.
Completes it
Blue
all.
all around.
So as Glory said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything you would like to plug?
ooh,
Ooh, that's a good question. Is there anything that we can plug right now?
wait, can they see our little names on the side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so Instagram is just my full name but no space. Okay, I'm not gonna try to pronounce it or spell it because you can see it, and it's too complicated.
Yeah, my Instagram is it's my first and last name. It's Michael Mahalik 93. Last name is spelled Mihalice, all lowercase, no underscore, nothing like that.
All right.
Michael Mahalik 93.
All right.
Solid.
So thank you for sitting down with us, guys. This has been Napoleon, and we're the Good Noise Podcast.